Good morning, children. So we are again here to discuss the chapter Coal and Petroleum in Science, that is chapter 5. So last time in the last video we were discussing about coal. In that video we discussed that what is coal, what does it look like and where does it found. One more thing we have discussed, that coal is obtained from coal mines. When we dig deep into the soil, we find the coal, and these places are called as coal mines from where we obtain the coal. Now in this video we will find out how coal is formed. What is the process known as? Basically, I already told you that coal, petroleum, such kind of things are found deep under the surface of the earth. So how the coal is formed? Coal is formed by the process of carbonization. Okay, the coal is formed by the process of carbonization. Now what is carbonization? Carbonization is a process of slow conversion. Remember, it is very important point. Carbonization is a process of slow conversion of dead vegetation. Dead vegetation into coal is carbonization. Clear? Slow conversion of dead vegetation into coal is carbonization. Okay, this is how the coal is formed. Basically, we also know that coal is fossil fuel, that I already told you. Why coal is called as fossil fuel? Coal is called as fossil fuel because it is found deep under the surface of the soil and formed in millions of years under high temperature and pressure. That is why it is called as fossil fuel. Second thing, I told you about this word carbonization. Why carbonization? Because coal mainly consists of carbon. Although coal also consists of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. But the main component which is present, main element which is present in coal is carbon. That is why it is called as, this process is called as carbonization. Okay. So this is how the coal is formed. Now, as I told you that coal is a fossil fuel, it is also called as fuel because we use it for our daily purpose. Okay, we use it in thermal stations and many more places that I will tell you later on. Okay, so how we can produce the heat from the coal? The first process is by the combustion. Combustion means heating. Okay, when we heat the coal, children, children, in the last topic I told you that the combustion, the coal is used for many purpose, and we get heat or some other energy from these fossil fuels. Okay, here we will see that the coal which is burnt in presence of oxygen. Children, generally we know that wherever there is burning, there is always it is in presence of oxygen generally. Okay, so the coal is burnt in presence of oxygen. This process is called combustion, and in this process carbon dioxide is produced along with the energy. Energy can be in any form. It can be in the heat energy form or the light energy form. Okay, so this is one of the process by which we use the coal. So by this process of combustion is used in thermal power plants, where the coal is burnt and produce the heat and light. Okay, produce the heat to boil the water to produce steam, that yesterday I told you. After that, another thing is we use coal in chulhas, we use coal in steam engines, etc. to produce the energy. So the coal, when burnt in presence of oxygen, it produces carbon dioxide, which is a gas which escapes and produce energy. The another use of coal is in industry. In industry, first of all, one more process is done with the coal, that is destructive distillation. Destructive distillation is very important process because during the destructive distillation of coal, we get many more important products from the coal, which are very much useful in other things, for making some other substances, for making some other items which we use daily, which I will tell you now only. Okay, so first of all, we will see what is destructive distillation. See, destructive distillation is the heating of coal in the absence of air. Strong heating of coal at high temperature in the absence of air. This process is called destructive distillation. For this we require some setup. Okay, Here I have made the diagram of destructive distillation of coal. Okay, so here in a that boiling tube, this is called as boiling tube. In the boiling tube we have taken coal. Okay, this is coal, and we will heat it with the help of the Bunsen burner, which we get in the laboratory. This boiling tube is connected with one more tube, which is connected with the conical flask. This is the conical flask. Another tube you can see is coming out from the conical flask. Okay. So now how the process is done? This coal which is present in the boiling tube is heated in the absence of air. You can see that here the nozzle is closed. Okay. So in the absence of air, now what happened when we strongly heat it in the absence of air? What happened? The coal gets converted into another substance. This another substance is called as coke, which is very much important. I'll tell you the uses of coke later on. After that, along when we heat coal and it gets converted into coke, a gas is also produced. Okay, this gas is taken, a gas is produced. Along with that, a substance is also produced. That substance is coal tar, which is a thick liquid which is obtained at the bottom of the conical flask. It is black in color. Above that we will get a water which dissolves ammonia. That means ammonia is also released from this destructive distillation. This ammonia, when dissolves in water, it is called ammonical liquor, which is also very important. Along with this, you can see that another gas is also obtained. This gas is coal gas. So basically, during the destructive distillation, we get some substances, very useful substances. First is the coke, another is the coal tar, another substance is the ammonical liquid, and the coal gas. Okay, these substances we get during the destructive distillation of coal. Although this diagram is not in your book, you can draw from here. Okay, now let us see how these products which are obtained during the destructive distillation of coal are important for us. Where do we use these products? Because we have done destructive distillation for some purpose, we have done destructive distillation. Na? So these substances are much more useful. So let us see how these are useful. First is the coke. It is a tough, porous and black substance. Okay, when the coal is burnt, it produces tough, porous and black substance which is called as coke. It is a purest form of carbon and acts as reducing agent in many things which we make in the industries. It is also used in the manufacture of steel, generally which we use at our home, and for construction work and extraction of metals. Okay, so these are the uses of coke. Then another thing which we obtain from destructive distillation is coal tar. It is also black, thick liquid which is with unpleasant smell. Children, you have seen that you have seen sometimes when the people make road, they put a black liquid over the road and an unpleasant smell comes out from that. That black liquid is coal tar which is obtained from the destructive distillation. Although we can obtain it from some other methods also, but by this destructive distillation also we obtain the coal tar. So it is black thick liquid with unpleasant smell, and around 200 of substances are present in this coal tar, which we further purify, which we further use for making the other substances. Okay, so what other substances we make from this coal tar? We can manufacture drugs. Okay, drugs means medicines, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, etc. from coal tar which is obtained from the destructive distillation of coal. So you can understand how much it is useful for us. Along with that, naphthalene balls. You know about the naphthalene balls. These are the white colored balls which are used as insect repellent at our homes. Okay, so naphthalene balls and other insect repellents are also made from this coal tar. So you can see that it is very important substance. Okay, now next is coal gas. It is also very, very important. It is used as fuel in many industries. Children, you know that we require many things like plastics, like the other substances, clothes industries, soap industry, many other industries. For that, for every industry we require fuel. Okay, for everything we cannot burn coal, or we cannot use petrol, or we cannot use diesel. For that purpose, we use some other alternatives. One of the alternative is the coal gas. So the coal gas which is produced during this destructive distillation is used as fuel in the industries. So in this way, you now know that how the coal is formed, what are the uses, where does the coal found, then how do we do the destructive distillation, and what are the products which are obtained from its distillation, and what are the uses of these products. So this is all about the coal, and in the next topic, in the next video, we will discuss about the petroleum. Okay, thank you.